What is up, everybody? It is Wick here, and I'm at the thrift store looking for goodies I can flip online. There's a very dirty waffle maker. Right next to it, though, is this Micro Space Patrol walkie-talkie set. Vintage, I picked that up. Then right next to that is a Magic Jack, brand new, sealed for $1.99. I pick up both of those, and I've actually already sold both of those. Sold the Magic Jack for about $20. The walkie-talkie set for $30 plus shipping. And we got some bags here of some dolls, Barbie possibly. They don't look to be old or anything very special. Certain ones I look for, but I don't know a lot about the just basic ones like that. They're usually not worth much at all. And quite a bit of toys packed in here, so I don't want to miss anything. I did end up digging through that plush a little bit. Found a vintage Mrs. Claus troll from the 90s I ended up picking up. I got a Tweety Bird there. I don't think that's old. If you find the large Tweety Bird plush, some of those, if I remember right, they were going for $70, $80. So keep an eye out for those. Same with the Tasmanian Devils. It seems like those were the big ones that were selling well. Right over here on this end cap, they got some sporting goods, not much. And what do we have in this box? A Richard Simmons set. Now, I've bought VHS sealed Richard Simmons tapes, and I've sold them on Amazon upwards of $30. That was a few years ago now. They are going down in price and value. That set, I just decided to leave that. Goodwill put tape over the booklet, and it was all stuck to it. I just didn't want to mess with it. Not much money to be made anyway. Salvation Army, we are in one now. See a pair of Merrell shoes, very good condition. But look at this cart. I came in, there's a bunch of these vintage, old, antique Stanley planes or planers, and I just grabbed a cart real quick, threw them all in there. I didn't want anyone else to grab them because I've sold some vintage Craftsman ones over the past few months. I got quite a bit of money for them. I looked up quick comps on these just to see if they were moving. Some of them were selling for in the thousands. I'm still not sure if I have any that are selling that high. I've done a little bit of research, and there's definitely at least $1,000 in that cart. But as I was getting ready to leave, I noticed a lady was pulling out some new shoes to look at. So I went over and I found these Nike like duck boots. I've sold these as well. They sold within a day. I sold them for $170. You could see they had some wear on them, but I was able to get all of that cleaned up with the Doc Martens leather cleaner. Cleaned them up, and I sold them for a nice premium price, $170 plus shipping. So an awesome pickup. We are in another Goodwill, looking on end caps, looking on the back shelves. Got some fake plants. You always see those at thrift stores. So many fake plants. We got some candles, some vases. Got a little, looks like a candle back there. I just recently saw one of these, but it was Snoop Dogg. Looked exactly like that, actually. For a moment, I thought I accidentally put that footage in this video. I was like, is that Snoop again? Down here, we have a radio flyer wagon. I was going to pick this up, try to flip it locally, but you know what? They had $50 on it. So, I was going to pick it up maybe for $10, flip it for like 40 or 50 locally. But, at 50, I'm not going to mess with it. Someone else can buy it for themselves. We're at the church-based thrift store looking at the shoes. All shoes are $1. So when there's a good pair, they're usually gone very quick. A lot of people are in this thrift store. A lot of people are always buying tons of stuff. I've had some amazing shoe deals come out of here. For instance, a $60 pair of Brooks I sold. I only paid $1 for. I might have even got those for 50 cents. So they do put them half off a lot. I also recently sold a pair of Z-Coil shoes I got here for $1. Sold them for, I think it was $40 or $50 plus shipping. So definitely deals out there if you can find them. Especially if you have a thrift store like this. These are rare thrift stores to come across, the old school thrift stores where everything's actually cheap and all the money goes to help charities and help people. So we're looking through the toys now, trying to find something amazing, digging through these bins, and don't know if I found anything here today. I know I found some stuff, some nice stuff here recently. I just don't remember if it's in this video. We'll see. I think I did pick up a Backgammon game here for 50 cents. It was down there. Yeah, that's it up there. Can barely see it in the video, but I do end up grabbing that. Over here on this shelf, we got a caption collar machine, telephone, and $10 brand new in box. I open it up, it does look new. I'm pretty sure I flipped this as well. I think I sold it on Amazon for about 90, maybe $100. So yeah, a lot of stuff I've already bought in this video I've flipped. We got it's one of those Pepsi glasses. I have one like that, but it's Mountain Dew. I used to be a heavy Mountain Dew drinker, but I don't drink that stuff. It's been years since I've really, every now and then I'll have a glass, but just don't drink it much. Just prefer water or some sort of juice. So back here, we got all kinds of figurines and glass stuff. Trying to go slow. Let me know if you see anything of value, anything you think I could have picked up, made some money on. I didn't see anything that stood out to me, but you never know. I miss stuff. Over here, a little hardware section. We got some GPS units. Not really interested in buying the really old ones. Some of the newer ones are still good. Still great money, especially if they have the lifetime maps. I'll usually say LM usually brings more money. So always look them up though, because you never know. What else we got here? Some amazing items. Maybe not. Just some basic hardware stuff. Again, if you find something here, it's usually a quarter, 50 cents in these bins. $1 at most. Now here's a webcam. I almost bought this, but I decided to pass on it because it's an older one, and it just didn't seem like it was moving when I checked the comps. $3 though. Webcams went way up in value during the pandemic because everyone was working from home and went into contact. A camera like that still probably would have sold for $50, $60 around that time. However, it's come down in price now, those webcams. Some sporting goods, some bags, some walkers, some stockings, and there's a Christmas thrift store, buy this thrift store, next door. Wow, that was very confusing to say. And it's just all Christmas. They open it this time of year, but they still put some Christmas stuff I see in the actual thrift store, because it's not open every day. It's only open 2 or 3 times a week. So lamps. I feel like we were just looking at these lamps maybe last video. I don't see anything else new, anything worth picking up. But we head over next door, and here's the Christmas section. Got some snow globes there. No good snow globes. Just not finding much good Christmas stuff this year, unfortunately. I know I did a Christmas video recently and went over some things you can look for in the wild. If you didn't see that video, check it out. I mentioned Department 56 Christmas Village sets, and I've got a lot of messages from people who have learned about those, and they've been finding them. One person, I just read a comment. They said that they bought one. I forget what they paid for it, but they flipped it for $200 very quick, and they were thanking me for the video. So awesome when you see stuff like that, people finding things out in the wild, making a little bit of money on the side. However, unfortunately for me today, I didn't find anything good in here that I really wanted to pick up. A lot of people picked through this. There's not many people in there today, but when they first opened, it was just packed person to person, and anything like the blow molds or Department 56 stuff just disappears. So let me know if you've seen any. There's some villages there. Nothing great though. National Lampoon's Department 56, though, worth a lot of money. Look for that one. Goodwill, another Goodwill. We are in Cookie Pro Ultra 2. Look that up. Wasn't worth picking up. Some of those Cookie Pros, man, they can be worth it if you're getting them cheap enough. I've sold a few. That one was a newer one, not worth a whole lot. This, however, the Sunbeam Oscar Jr. food processor is in very good condition. I ended up picking up that. Make a little bit of money. That looks like almost like a Department 56 item in that box there. That might have been a Heritage Christmas Village thing. I didn't even notice it. Apparently when I was thrifting. Talking about not finding Department 56, I probably just walked past one. Who knows? $12.99 for that RCA antenna thing. They're selling $20 on Amazon. Not worth picking up for $13. Toys. What do we got? What do we got? We got the tools, talking tools still there, not the handy manny one, though I do see a handy manny next to it. I have a couple of those I'm kind of holding on to, hoping I find some tools so I can do a complete set. Down here though, American Girl. Anytime I see that name, it's worth a second look. High-end stuff. Obviously, most people know about them. However, that was selling new. I say selling, it wasn't even moving. They had it for sale for $8. Not going to buy it for whatever Goodwill was selling it for. Step riser, I don't know. Isn't that some sort of workout thing? Step riser, I'm not even sure what that was. There's some doll heads, just pony heads. Girls like decapitated heads for some reason. You see a lot of them. I got some cross stitch stuff up here. I buy it all the time, just not used or open like that. You just never know what's missing inside. Dolls, so many dolls. Keep an eye out for the Monster High, the Bratz dolls. I never seem to find Bratz dolls though. I just never come across them. I don't know what it is. Puzz 3D, a lot of that stuff still sitting around. If those were sealed, they would be big money. But they're not, and I'm not going to count pieces on puzzles. Even if you count them and they're all there, if you don't put the puzzle together, it could just be a random other puzzle piece. Someone spends hours building a puzzle, it's missing a piece, they're not going to be happy with you. So I just don't mess with them. Unless they're vintage or really cool. I've sold a DuckTales vintage used puzzle for $50. So yeah, I will touch stuff like that. Blackbeard. What is this? Is a model. I was hoping it was sealed. It's not. It looks like it's probably all there. However, again, it's kind of like with the puzzles. One little piece could be missing. And it wasn't selling for that much anyway. So I just decided to pass on that. I think it was only selling for like $20, $25 max. Shoes, still very light at this Goodwill. Do a double take on those. I'm not sure what they were. Kind of looked like Timberland for a moment, but I don't think it was. I did find this Harley-Davidson seal beanbag toy. I ended up putting it back. They wanted $4 for it. It was not selling at all. Over here in the dishes, we're taking a look. Got some John Deere bowls, John Deere dishes, but they want $3.99 a piece for them. You could make money on those if they were priced better. They do move, but yeah, for $3.99 a piece, you're probably paying more than what they would be brand new by the time you got all the dishes. Now if you found them at a garage sale, an estate sale, pay like $10 for them all, yeah, you could flip them, sell 4 bowls, 4 glasses, or whatever it was there, make some money that way. But dishes, glassware. I do not see anything that stands out to me. And I mentioned before, that's how I go through these aisles. I look for unique things and just go from there. But I don't see anything today, but it doesn't matter because at the church thrift store and all these other places I went to, found some great items. Even found a little fake plant for my house. You never know what you're going to find. Very exciting haul here. Is going to be some really good money. Not too long ago, I went to a rummage sale and ended up getting about $1,600 worth of profit. This could easily pass that. I'm not sure. Mostly because of these planes. Now, these are all Stanley planes. They're vintage. I should say they're antique at this point because some of them look to be from the 1800s. I've spent about 30 minutes doing some research on these, looking at Wikipedia, trying to understand the history of the Stanley Company. It looks like some of these Stanley Bailey planes are coming from the early 1900s. Then you got the Stanley Rule and Level Company. Apparently they went to that in, I think it was 1857 to 1920. There's a pretty big market for these vintage planes, so much so that I found a website where you can go through multiple choice questions and answer them about your plane, and it will eventually direct you to the exact type, because there's types 1 through 18, then each one has a number, different sizes. The bottoms are either smooth or corrugated, so there's a lot of stuff to look for, even the knobs, slight differences. This website looks to be pretty amazing. Now, I didn't use it to go through each and every one of these because I want to do that while I'm listing them. If I went through all of them right now, then I'd have to go back and list them and do all the research again. And I'm just trying to be more proficient with my time. But I did do some research on these. Actually, while I was buying them, I was putting them in the cart as fast as I could because there's other people there kind of eyeing them. I didn't want anyone to grab any of them. I just decided to buy them all. Did a quick look on eBay. Saw that some were selling, in the $2,000 range. And I'm like, well, that's enough for me to buy them. Now, earlier in the year, I bought some at a yard sale, some Craftsman vintage planes, and I ended up selling them for around $70, $80 for a couple of them. I think I got 3 of them. You can see I paid $10 for all of these, even the larger ones. They're in various conditions. Some of them are better than others. I think there's one that I had 2 of. Got some notes here while I was just quick looking up stuff. Again, these notes aren't that reliable. I estimated low. Some of these could be $300-$400 a piece. By the time I get this video edited and out, I'll probably have these listed and I'll be able to give you an exact estimate on the screen. But some of these, even in rough shape, should bring $200. I don't remember exactly which ones that there were. Some of these older ones, the Stanley Rule and Level Company, look to be pretty good. The one I used the website for to check, I think it was this one maybe, and it was saying it was a type 3, and this is a number 3, and it was like $175. Even if I'm averaging $100 a piece on these, even $60 a piece is going to be good money, but easily going to be over $1,000 profit on these planes. Now, are they planers or planes? I see planes and planers used. I guess the technical term might be planes, and then people just say planers. I'm not a woodsman. I don't know. However, I'm going to be learning a lot about these, just the different parts, the knobs, there's something called the frog, all this kind of stuff. I'm going to be going very in-depth with these. That's one thing I love about reselling, is when you get something like this, you can learn so much about something. And then when I'm out, sourcing, and I come at an estate sale and I see some planers and they're priced up a bit, I know exactly how much I can pay for them. I can grab them. It's just fun to go through and research this kind of stuff. They are in pretty good condition. They do have a lot of dust, some wear on them. But you know what? Some of them are in really good condition, and I think I'm going to do well. But I'll throw up on the screen an estimate on how much I expect to make on all of these. It's going to be good. Back here, we got this caption call. When I found this at the thrift store, I thought this is going to be amazing. However, it's all right. Looks like I'll be able to sell it for about $90 on Amazon. It says new with instructions. It is, wrapped up in plastic and stuff. I haven't determined if it's actually new yet. Pre-owned though, I still make money, so it's an easy buy. Some of these phone caption things and phone devices like this, they can go for hundreds, so I thought it would be a bit better, but you know what? I'm still gonna make $75 selling it on Amazon. I grabbed this Oscar Jr. chopper Sunbeam. It's actually in very good condition. It was $3.99. Since it was so clean, and it looks like it's moving pretty well. I bought it, it'll sell for $25 plus shipping. I picked up this vintage, it's from the 60s or 70s, brand new with tags. There's the tag. It says Carwood Utility Wear. This stuff, it's not moving great, but it was only $3, brand new with tags, vintage. I did see a couple jackets like this sell in about the $40 range. So, I couldn't leave it on the shelf. I grabbed it. Also at Salvation Army, I picked up these Merrell shoes. They're in really good condition. A little bit of wear on the toes, surprisingly, because everywhere else looks like they've not really been worn. $5 is what I paid for them. I think they're a $30 pair of shoes. I've sold Merrell shoes like that before, and I've got about $30 for them. Picked up this really cool Archer Micro Space Patrol walkie-talkie set at Goodwill. Don't remember what I paid for it. Paid up a little for it, $6.99. It's not worth a whole lot, actually, but it looks like in this condition, it's complete. I don't even know if it's been used. You can see you got the old Radio Shack batteries still in there. Wouldn't that be crazy if those batteries still worked? Because of the box and condition and everything, I might just try to get more. I don't know the time period. I'm guessing 70s, maybe even 60s. 60s is when, the 60s, early 70s, all the space age stuff kind of started popping up, right? Either way, I'm going to make some money on those. I also picked up this Magic Jack for $1.99. This will sell for $20 on eBay, no problem. Brand new sealed. As I was getting ready to leave Salvation Army, the lady brought out some shoes. So I went over to check them out real quick, and these were there. They are Nike, duck shoes. $14.99 is what I paid for them. They're in really good condition, except, I don't know if you can see, you got some, kind of rubbing there on the leather. I can usually clean that up pretty good and make it go away. It just depends. If I can make those spots look as good as the rest of the shoes, I'll be able to sell these for $150. Just been having really good luck finding Nike shoes and Jordan shoes. If you saw that rummage sale, I picked up, almost like what, $650, $700 worth of shoes. Sold some Jordans for $500 recently. So yeah, they've been popping up. Happy to find them and sell them though. Then at Goodwill, I grabbed these Asics Gel Fours. They are pretty much unworn. I'll sell them for $25. I paid $6. The reason I picked them up is because they're so clean. I don't have to worry about taking the time to clean them up. Just gonna list them, so in the end I make about $15 on them. I picked up this tournament Backgammon Set at a thrift store for 50 cents. Bought it because of the price and the fact that it's the low brand, which makes great chessboards. I've sold some of their chess sets, just kind of basic ones, for over $100. Backgammon, not as popular, but still this will sell for $20, $25 plus shipping on eBay. Looks to be in very good condition. No risk at 50 cents. Should make some decent profit on that. And then I just picked up this vintage troll. It is Mrs. Claus. There is no Santa Claus, unfortunately. I'll be able to sell the pair for about $25. She isn't worth big money, but I've been finding a decent amount of trolls at yard sales and thrift stores pretty cheap, so I figured I'd just buy this one to throw in the lot when I go to sell them. I paid $2 for it, so in the end, we'll make a little bit of profit once I lot everything, but nothing to get really excited about. There it is, everybody. That's the haul for today, and wow, surprising just going into Salvation Army and seeing all those planes. Hopefully I start researching these and I have a couple rare ones in there that I can get $1,000 for, $1,500 for. That would be awesome. But if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button for me on the way out. Please subscribe if you are not subscribed. It really does help the video out when you take the time to do that, and I really do appreciate you watching and doing that. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, flipping_junk. This has been Wick. Until next time.